Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Tori Martin. She is a rising star in the country music world. Her incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
For anyone who is successful in music, because for every 100 stars, there are millions of starving artists who are trying to get there. I want you to remember this name because one day she's going to be in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Tori Martin is in the studio. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, and she's with LuckySky Music. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
All right, let's go back to your earliest memories of singing. I mean, were you the kid with the hairbrush?
I definitely was. I came out singing. I think I could sing before I could talk. And I was telling you, I actually was the only oddball in my family. Like nobody else is in music or pursues it or does it. But I just knew early on, I'm like, oh, this is it. I absolutely love music. I love singing. And yes, I was the hairbrush singer underneath the hall light. That was my first stage.
I love it. Okay, who were some of your early inspirations?
I was telling you about Dolly Parton a little bit, but I'm like, I have to tell you, my papa definitely loved country music, and he bought me my first guitar, and he definitely helped me pursue my music. He was like, you gotta go after this, keep singing for papa. And then I, was raised on the classics of country. So he told me it was country music. It's not any music that you pursue. It's country music. And so I knew then. I'm like, all right. So I fell in love with it back then. But I loved, the classics. It's really kind of like the backbone of who I am.
Yes.
Like Tammy Wynette and Johnny Cash, Patsy Cline. And then I'm a huge Dolly fan.
I love it. Okay, tell me about your first paying gig. How much did you make? Where was it? Do you remember?
I don't know if I remember how much I made per se because I was so young. I got into music when I was 14, so it really wasn't about the money. It wasn't like, oh, I'm motivated by a number.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be on stage. But I first started singing in Opry houses around Texas, which is kind of like a dying breed. They don't really do those anymore. But it's like a mini Opry, like the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville that I hope to perform at one day. Yeah. You'd get on stage, you'd sing with a house band, and you'd do a country standard. That's where I started. And then my first show that I played where I was paid and hired was in my little hometown, Azle, Texas. And they were having like an outdoor concert series. And then I remember playing something for the chamber. So Azle, Texas was my first concert paid.
And you became a professional artist at that point.
Yeah.
So I want, we're going to have her perform for us live here in a minute, but I want you to set this up. We're about to play Last Night in Laredo. So tell us about this song. What inspired you?
Last Night in Laredo is my last release that I put out in the fall of 25. I have been really in a neo-traditional country headspace. And so a lot of my new music is very Western, and I'm having so much fun writing and performing those songs. But I had a song that came out at the top of last year called Abilene, and it was a good old country heartbreak story song, and it went #1 in Texas.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you. And we did this really cool music video for it, but I kind of think Last Night Laredo is like a sister song to that. So it has a lot of the sadness and the heartbreak, but it's a different story. It's about like a rodeo girl in Laredo and falling in love with a guy, and he breaks her heart because he's moving on, and just kind of like a summer love. It's a country ballad, and it did really well. And online, I had some little viral moments. The whole city of Laredo was like getting behind me. They loved the song.
That's so
cool. That was really cool. It was on the radio down there and all that fun stuff, and they couldn't have been sweeter. So I'm so grateful for their support.
Outstanding. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
saw forever at the end of 3 weeks. Buckle on your belt and my heart on the fringe of my sleeve. They say cowboys don't stick around. They're the kind that's greener pasture bound. But I didn't feel like just any old girl in any one-horse town. Our last night in Laredo, back at your Winnebago, falling in love on the blind side. Yeah, you kept me on a Lone Star high. You said I gotta make Waco. I didn't waste one more, don't go. We were always on borrowed time. Wish I'd held on a little more tight till last night in Laredo. Took that lasso when you roped me in for a short ride on that tailspin. Don't wanna think about how I'll never see you again, but I can't forget our last night in Laredo, back at your Winnebago, falling in love on the blind side. Yeah, you kept me on a Lone Star high. You said I gotta make Waco. I didn't waste one more, don't go. We were always on borrowed time. Wish I'd held on a little more tight till last night in Laredo. We were dead and on I-35, but I never felt so alive. Our last night in Laredo, back at your Winnebago, falling in love on the blind side. Yeah, you kept me on a Lone Star high. You said I gotta make Waco. I didn't waste one more, don't go. We were always on borrowed time. Wish I'd held on a little more tight. Wonder if it'll ever cross your mind. Our last night in Laredo.
Wow, you have the voice of an angel.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Well, so I always ask this question of artists. Do you come up with the lyrics first or the melody?
It's different every time, you know, like it's fun to be a songwriter also as an artist. I'm just like open. You have to be ready for the inspiration to strike. So sometimes it is the lyrics and sometimes it's the melody like kind of haunting you. And I co-wrote this one with Kirsty Manna and Maddie Linhart, and we girl power in the room in Nashville, Tennessee. And Maddie actually had the hook. She was like, last night in Laredo, I just feel like we could write that. And sometimes it's like that. You have a hook and you're like, okay, we just start writing it.
That's
So you just got to be open and ready.
We're going to pull up your Instagram page because you have so many wonderful images, and you kind of spend your time between DFW and Nashville. Is that right?
Yes, I go back and forth. I love the fort, though.
All right, let's keep rolling down the down her Instagram page because you have some fabulous images.
Oh, thank you.
What are some of your immediate goals? What like how can my audience help you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, give me a follow and like, let's be friends. But liking, commenting, and then streaming my music is so helpful.
Absolutely.
Add it to your favorite playlist.
Absolutely. Now, you're going to perform for us. So why don't you set up the song that you're about to play?
Sure. I thought I'd do one for you. I actually released this with my label, LuckySky, and Bill Warner is my producer. My hubby's in the room here too, Jason. But I wrote this song with Kirsty Manna and Bill DiLuigi, and we put it out. It was, about rolling the dice, taking a chance in life. Actually, I wrote that with somebody else. I just thought about that.
That's okay.
I wrote that song with Kirsty Manna and Lynn Wilbanks. And I love that I have all the women. I'm all the girl power.
Girl power.
Yeah, we wrote that one at CSAC, so in Nashville, Tennessee. And it was about like taking a chance on yourself and in love and in life. And you got to roll the dice because you might get lucky.
I love it.
That's what the song
is. The stage is yours.
All right. This song did pretty well for us. We had released it to country radio, and it got to number 42 on the Billboard Indicator chart.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
This is Lucky. Gas, heartbreak, been there, I've done it, good night, handshake, cheap drink, thanks for nothing, I sure get rich, baby, on cloud nine, like diamonds and gold, you make me shine, baby, your kiss is some kind of sign, I could be LA, Cali, riding in a rose, shopping on Salerno.
I got chills. That was amazing. The crowd went crazy. We're almost out of time. So maybe final thoughts and maybe words of encouragement to that young artist, the little girl, singing into her hairbrush.
Oh, I love that.
What words of encouragement do you want to give to that young person?
Just keep singing and just keep showing up and take a chance on yourself because you might get lucky. A lot of hard work leads up to good luck,
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your heart and your wisdom with us. We're going to end with her Instagram page so you can get in touch with her. Thank you so much, the great Tori Martin.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.